Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Boner Factory Films' newest movie, Hobo Cop.
Now available to own on video cassette.
Alex Durfee was on top of the world as an OCP stockbroker. After losing it all, he was left in the streets to live with the degenerates he once mocked. After being mauled by a pack of wild bros, Alex was brought to life by the cutting edge of back alley hobo science and is now Hobo Cop.
Somebody help me, please.
What is it?
I just witnessed this man be torn apart by a whirlwind of boat shoes and Yeti hats.
Oh God, not again. He'll close down Mankind's laundromat for sure.
It's okay, Mankind. We can rebuild him. I used to beg for pennies down at MIT, and I'm considered to be the forerunning leader of hobo science.
Well, I got this bag of PBR and Alpo cans.
You got any tin snips?
Hey, I do.
I think we're good to go then. We can rebuild him.
Did it work?
Well, let's check. Hobo Cop, list your prime directives.
Beg for change. Incoherent rambling. Public urination.
He already smells like shit. I think he's good to go.
Now Hobo Cop wanders the streets, cleaning up white-collar crime.
Yeah, so me and the girl was at the Avett Brothers concert after I left the office the other night, and I totally noticed her left fun bag was going flat, man. So I told her, I'm like, when we get out to the Lamborghini, I'm going to give you my car, and you're going to buy you some new silicone tits.
Oh, man, that's rad, bro.
A penny for the poor.
Shit, it's Hobo Cop. Why don't you get a real fucking job, Hobo Cop?
Yeah, if you want to buy a Lamborghini like us, you'll get a real goddamn job. Oh my God, you shot Randall.
Buy low, sell high, faggot.
Oh, triggered.
Hobo Cop, the future of panhandling.
Well, back again after our fucking usual bi-weekly break now, as it seems. Thanks to my old trifling ass.
It's all right.
It's all good. I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm joined, as always, with Mr. Brandon Gentry.
Hey, man, go fuck yourself.
We are the Good Ole Gamers podcast. Tuning in with us, it is episode 92, May 13th, 2007. And it's currently 11:40 p.m. on a Saturday night.
We went back in
2017, excuse me. That we did. We basically just traveled a decade back. Yep. I wonder what I was doing a decade ago today. Probably smoking a bunch of reefer and like doing nothing
2017,
good. 2007. I was a hellion.
2007. Everybody was flipping the fuck out about Obama the way they are flipping out about Trump
that's
now.
True. That's true. So yeah, I was smoking a bunch of reefer at the time.
We've lived through multiple political apocalypses.
Every one of them's like that, man. Like
they're the end of the
there's
world.
fucking doomsayers on both sides every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I will agree Donald Trump's a fucking moron, but I mean, all of them kind of have been. So I mean,
I've kind of taken the position that shit ain't as bad as people try to tell you it is.
No, I mean, it is for some people out there, but I mean, you know, you just got to be thankful that we're in this kind of situation we're in.
I mean, I can still go down the road and pump $300 into corn dogs. I mean, it's still America.
Yeah, no shit. You can still get the fucking supersize. It's your favorite drive-thru. I mean, they have a restaurant in America called the Heart Attack Grill, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's like, purposely, it's like, man, it's delicious. You'll probably fucking die. Man, it's delicious. Fucking crazy. What a time to be alive, man.
Exactly.
What a time to be alive. I ate some of those new, talking about what a time to be alive. I don't ever eat Taco Bell.
Really?
I guess because I lived beside a Taco Bell around 2007 when I lived at Musgrove.
Yeah, how convenient.
I beat that motherfucker to death. You know, like being 20 years old and buying dollar tacos, you can live very comfortably on Taco Bell. I got burnt out on it. But I did try those.
Around that time, McDonald's also had $1 double cheeseburgers.
They did.
That was a shit.
It wasn't none of that McDouble bullshit.
No.
You actually got 2 pieces of cheese.
Yep.
And also McDonald's at that time, I used to get the double cheeseburger with just Big Mac sauce on it. And talk about what a treat indeed.
I always tell them to keep them the peasant ass dehydrated onions. Put me some slivered onions on that bitch.
Oh man, I remember I worked at McDonald's for like a hot 2 months maybe when I was like 16, and I remember that being the weirdest thing is you just pour all these fucking powdered onions in a tray and pour water up to a line and they just turn into onions.
Fuck them things. Like, it's alright on the crystals if they get grilled, but give me slivered onions. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. There was something I was going with that story.
I don't know. We're fat asses got distracted by fast food.
Speaking of fast food, I have the whole McDonald's Mario set now.
Nice.
Pretty excited about that.
My little girl's got a couple of them.
Oh, god damn it. There was a reason to that story, and I can't fucking remember it now.
I don't know.
When I worked at McDonald's. No, before that. Those dehydrated onions is what fucked me up.
Talking about Taco Bell, how you used to beat the shit out of it.
Oh, yeah, I tried those chicken nachos
I
got
too.
They're not bad. It's like chicken nuggets with nacho cheese.
Every bite, though, because the quality of the chicken, every bite, I was just like expecting to bite into a huge old chunk of gristle.
Yeah.
Because
there's definitely some fucking heart valves out of the chicken mixed in with that meat.
They took the nuggets from the chicken in that one.
It's like that John Candy movie. I think it's The Great Outdoors. Every time they're eating hot dogs, Dan Aykroyd's like, everybody knows those things are made out of lips and assholes. Yeah. That's kind of what them chicken fucking nachos. They're like bleached chicken meat that's ripped apart by a machine.
It's all right.
No fucking wonder 70% of the population dies from fucking cancer now. You goddamn motherfucker, you. But
can't stop eating it though.
I know. I'm trying to do better. Like, I've been drinking water during the day, and somehow I just feel like that's going to fix all my problems. And I'm
a lot
like,
of people feel like that.
Yeah, I know.
You just got to drink 3 gallons of water.
Oh, you get hungry, eat an ice sandwich when you get home. You know, something like that.
I hate that shit. You got to drink. You got to drink an ounce for every pound that you weigh. You know what? Fuck you. How about I don't ruin my kidneys?
No shit. Water intoxication is a real fucking thing, and you can die. There's a story about water intoxication in video games a few years back. I mean, it's been a while back. There was a woman trying to win a fucking Wii for her son from a radio station, and she fucking died from drinking like 2 gallons of water in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, goddamn, you drown yourself internally, essentially.
Yeah.
So... fuck water, drink beer.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It has a limit switch built in. If you drink too much, you usually pass out.
Yeah, or you might, every once in a while, you might throw it back up. That's just your body's way of saying, hey, buddy, try not to go so hard on me next time.
Back it off a little bit.
Yeah, just chill, man. You ain't got to
simmer
be like
down
that.
now.
You were fine until you started snorting all that cocaine and fucking eating Molly out of a hooker's ass. Everything was fine until then. Now here we are. On a gurney, on our way to the morgue, because you've killed me.
Well, this has been a strange opening.
Yep. Nothing but darkness. Anyways, we're going to try to talk about some...
me. All that I can say. Absolute horror.
I cannot live. I cannot die.
Yep.
I can't remember anything. I guess we're going to kick it off with... some news and try to talk about video games. There's a new Super Famicom game releasing in Japan in I got it wrote down. June. It's actually going to be released as a cartridge. Forgive me if I don't pronounce this right, but it's called Kazu Chujin Shubinbin Man Zero. I know that is absolutely fucking incorrect, but I'm trying. Apparently, though, it was a SNES Saddle-A-View game. You know, the Saddle-A-View was...
like the bus system or whatever.
Yeah, it was on buses and airplanes and shit in Japan. Pretty much had like Zelda DS, or is it BS or DS? I can't remember. I think it's BS. Pretty much, though, it was like an online. It was SNES Online in Japan. They would release games and shit in episodes, and a few of those games, like Kazu Chujin Shubinbin Man Zero, was a fucking exclusive for it, and it never had its own physical release. And for the anniversary of it coming out, they're actually releasing a brand new cart version of it for Super Famicom. Run about 7,000 yen. That's like $63.
See, Japan had cool shit like Saddle-A-Views. We had like SNESs built into Astrovans.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because I actually know a guy that's a pretty grimy dude. He's affiliated with like the local doom and stoner metal scene, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's just one of them dudes. He's like all about that van life. Ride in a van, brother. You know, I mean, dude's like 400 pounds and got a beard down to here, you know. So his van has a hookup for Super Nintendo in it. Like, you plug the Super Nintendo in, and it's got fucking controller ports in the back walls and shit. And I'm like, that's amazing. I'm like, I just wonder, you know, somewhere in the 90s that was used to lure kids in the back of a van. Well, fuck the candy. There's a Super Nintendo in here.
You got Contra?
Could you imagine if Buffalo Bill would have had that instead of that goddamn couch in Silence of the Lambs?
Would you want to come in and play some Super Nintendo?
I do.
What do you?
They get in there and they're like, there's no game to this Super Nintendo. Just fucking clubs them in the back of the head.
You about size 13.
That's kind of cool, though. They do cool shit in Japan that they just absolutely refuse to do here.
Yep, they prefer to shit on us.
Yep. Well, something you got.
There's a new 4-player NES Battletoads Romhack.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you can 4-player and you can all die on the biker level. Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's fine. Interrupt me any day for a beer, man.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, now all 4 of your friends can die at the same time on the biker level.
You'll have 4 people in your living room screaming goddamn profanities.
Sounds like Tuesday. But yeah, it apparently has some slowdowns in some parts of the game. One, I guess, major... I don't want to call it real major, but one sacrifice I had to make is one of the toads changes colors every level because of palette issues. You know, those old games only had so many colors they could use due to memory issues. So I guess the toad, the extra toad, he has to change color with the palette. So one level he might be blue, another level he might be purple.
He's a chameleon frog.
Yeah.
I mean, those exist in the wild, I guess.
I'm sure they do.
Chameleon frog. Surely there's a frog that changes colors.
So if you know 3 other people who want to kill themselves at Battletoads with you, download that ROM hack.
Hell, it might lead to somebody actually killing themselves.
Yeah.
I know there's a few times where I've thought about just like wrapping that NES controller around my throat.
Yeah.
Playing Battletoads. I don't know, more along the lines of killing my TVs. It just made me want to throw my goddamn controller across the room. Retron has a new model Retron, just original Retron coming out. It's called the Retron HD. It's a new style NES that plugs HDMI to your TV.
Cool.
It's supposed to be for people that didn't get their hands on the NES Classic, which seems like everybody but me at this point.
Also seems like kind of a waste. Like, the people who wanted the NES Classics didn't want to have to buy the real games to put in there.
That's true.
Like it was a I mean, collectors ended up going for it, but it was a console for people who weren't collecting these things.
It actually brings me to something that just really made me fucking angry earlier on our local Craigslist, actually, in Huntsville. I think it was. It may have been a Tennessee ad through Huntsville. Like, sometimes I'll show like Murfreesboro and Nashville in there. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Anyways, this dude was selling boxed NES classics that he had went through and hacked and modded all of them. Wow. And was selling them for $3.75 a piece. Do you know how many of these motherfuckers this one guy had?
How many?
12. That's 2 fucking cases of them right there. Had them stacked.
And ruined them all. Like,
yeah, ruined every fucking one of them.
I mean, I understand you want more games on it, but that's what a fucking Raspberry Pi is for. You can get it cheaper and easier and do it yourself and have way more games.
You're like, literally, people are like doing that shit and selling those for like a lot more than what they were. You know, normal price for a normal one right now is about $150. Just, you know, for a
street price
one, just a normal one. But these hacked ones and shit, I've seen them going for like $400. And I'm like, well, if everybody's doing that, obviously somebody's fucking paid. Somebody along the lines has paid that much.
I mean, I think a few people have. I don't imagine they're selling that hardcore. Because, I mean,
that dude did have 12 stacked in his floor in that picture. So, I mean,
I saw that shit for the Wii's for years. Once soft modding them things became popular, people were loading them things up with the ROMs, putting them on Craigslist, and they would stay on there forever because they were asking like $300 for the motherfuckers.
Nothing you can't do with a PC, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
The crowd who knows to look for that kind of thing and wants to buy it usually knows how to do it themselves.
Well, don't you think technically what I was gonna, I guess, get at with that is being that you're going into the actual, technically, I mean, I guess you're going into the code of the console. You gotta be manipulating and changing shit to allow, you know, to do the hacking part of it or whatever. You figure that would make the value go down.
It would for me personally. If someone wanted to sell me a 2 NES classics, one of them was original, one of them was hacked, I would say you knock off some bucks for the hacked one because you fucked it up.
Well, too, you know, a lot of times you hack shit like that, it leaves it kind of open and prone to, you know, what are you going to do if shit gets messed up? You know, like, what if there's a glitch in this shit you've added to it?
There is 20,000 ways you can play all these games.
And I'm sure there's some games that thing probably wouldn't support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'm wondering if the hacked version, if it ruins the way that it handles save games. Because, like, they put save games features in games that didn't have it. So, I don't know if they fucked with those versions in here or not. I know the hacked ones they put on there don't have that. Unless they just completely ROM hacked all the games, and I know they're not doing that. This is Bubba and Skeeter, you know, doing this shit in their garage.
Yeah.
So, to me, don't fuck with it, man. There's pies, there's all kinds of shit you can do to play any game you want. Don't fuck with that shit. Or if you want to do it for yourself, fine, but don't ruin 12 of the motherfuckers trying to make a buck.
You can even, I mean, most everybody's cell phone now is even capable of playing those games. Like, get a Bluetooth controller like you got. Yeah. You know, like, easy. No problem. It's stupid. I mean, it's stupid of Nintendo. I know we talked about this last time, but it's stupid of them to, like, shit can it.
Yeah.
I mean, because the way I'm looking at shit is they kind of shit can that in favor, it looks like to me, for that new 2DS that's coming out. And that new 2DS, while it is sexy, I think, and I like the way it looks, and I'm going to probably get one. And I'm not trying to sound like a Nintendo fanboy, but I am a Zelda collector. And I have put quite the wear and tear on my Zelda Limited Edition DS. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want to get another one and box my Zelda one, you know, and just leave it be. Anywho, you can't tell me that those things are going to sell as much. If you had 12 new 2DSs come in and you had 12 NES Classics, guarantee you the NES Classics would outsell the 2DS.
Oh, you'll be able to get those 2DSs the day they come out without having to wait for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I remember when the DSIs came out or a DSi XL. Whatever. It might have been the original DSi. I don't remember. Everyone's like, "Oh, you got to get them. You got to get them now because they're going to sell off." I walked in the Walmart like 12 a.m. after work to get groceries, and there was like a whole shelf of them there. I was like, "Yeah, I'll get one. Fuck, I'll eat ramen this week."
Yeah.
When I was saying I was bad about that shit. Fuck groceries. I'm going to get a new console.
Oh, dude, that was bad. I was real bad about that shit. I got paid one time and knew I had some groceries. And I don't remember, I ended up buying Ghostbusters, Burnout. I bought like 4 Xbox 360 games. Spent like $200 on games right there. And I was just like, hey, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just kind of makes me, I'm just like, man, if I was single now, I could have a shitload of video games. I'm just like, yeah. And I could also have a shitload of loneliness.
Yeah.
My dick can only take so much abusing from myself. Starts coughing dust out. This is kind of old news by now, but Ben Heck, who we actually seen our first year at Southern Fried Game Room Expo, apparently got the Super Nintendo PlayStation to functioning.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool.
He can play all 0 games.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, now somebody out there just code a damn good game for it, you know?
I think they got some homebrewers coming up with shit for it, but I'm like, oh, it's for the audience of one person. Like, why?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, the one motherfucker that owns the one prototype in the world of that shit. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. As much as cool as that would be, I'd probably be like, sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Let somebody give me one of you little titty dirt bags out there, give me a goddamn $2 million. Somebody would be like, okay.
Yeah. I would sell it to somebody who, like Ben Heck, would appreciate it, but also, his money's going to take into account. If some boat shoe wear motherfuckers offer me $2 million, and Ben Heck's offering me like $50,000, I'm going to go with the $2 million guy.
No shit, man. I'd be like, if you're about to give me $2 million, I'll look at your dick. If you're giving me $2 million, I won't touch it, but I'll look at it. At least
you can send me them dick pics, fam.
Yeah, well, I'll set up a whole Instagram or fucking Snapchat account just for dick pics. I'd be like, let's see them dick. Let's see that dick, that $2 million bionic dick. Let's see.
Hobo cock.
Hobo cock. Maybe that should have been a Boner Factory movie. Is just like maybe it should be like a porn parody where some dude gets his cock blown off and they just turn him into RoboCock.
I bet that is
RoboCuck.
Oh God.
It's just a robot that fucks your wife. That's for a different time.
In personal news, I found I want to say it's like a 26-inch or so working Sony Trinitron on the side of the road.
I was going to message you back about that the other day, and I forgot to. So it does work?
Works. So
look pretty crispy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty pumped about that. That's like the holy grail of retro gaming TVs and just laying out there. Me and my old lady taking a walk, and I walked by this house. There's 2 TVs out there, and I was like, huh. I looked at it back one that said Sony. I was like, if that's a fucking Trinitron, I'm coming back tonight to grab that fucker. And it was a Trinitron.
Hell yeah. Nothing says good TV like free TV.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. I got my grandpa's TV in here now. That thing's pretty sick for...
I love that wood grain.
Yeah, man.
It reminds me so much of the Atari.
Even have the motherfucking remote.
Hell
That's
yeah.
something you don't see. It looks really good with using RF games. Ain't too hot, which I mean that's to be fucking expected, but I enjoy it.
Hell yeah.
If you want to play Alan Wake, you better get it while the getting's good. I think it's 90% off on Steam right now. They are pulling Alan Wake though from Steam, PlayStation Network, and Xbox Live, I do believe.
Yeah, I think I have it because it's one of them games that went on sale for free basically every
like
holiday.
It is now.
Yeah.
I think the way I read it, the music license in the game is expiring, and instead of buying, it'd probably cost them more money to buy the license again
than what they'll make on future sales.
Yeah, exactly.
It just seems like a shitty way to do a game. Like, write it in the license that it stays with the game forever.
That's true. I mean, could you imagine if they did that for like movies and shit?
Yeah.
Like,
can't buy Lord of the Rings on DVD now because there's a song by Beyonce in it.
You can't get Dark Knight anymore because Hans Zimmer didn't make $37 million again or whatever it is he made the first time. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, the Sound of Music now has a soundtrack by Metallica.
Yes, the Sound of Music.
Metallica's new shit is awful.
I mean, has anything Metallica put out in the past, 20 years been good?
Well, at least Death Magnetic looked like they were going in the right direction.
I hated the fuck out of Death Magnetic.
It was a step in the right direction from Saint Anger.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you want to compare the two new ones to Saint Anger, anything's a step up. Goddamn Lars Ulrich beating the fuck out of that trash can.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
That's oil barrels.
God damn it. I could probably... No, they don't ping enough. I could...
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an accurate fucking... That...
Hey, you better fucking stop. We're going to get copyright infringement.
Yeah, Lars Ulrich's going to be like, you can't fucking do that. My dad plays tennis.
He's such a bro.
Yeah. You're like, right after I get through playing in Stockholm, I'm going to walk over there in these boat shoes and kick your lily ass. You bring it, motherfucker. I would gladly spend a fucking week in jail if I could just decimate Lars Ulrich. Yeah. And then I could just, play his drums with my cock. I'd be like, I'm about to flam your snare drum with my dick. Lots of rim shots. Ooh, that hurt. Yep. Oh, what a cocksucker.
Yeah, but yeah, last time when WrestleMania came on, I think it was, they had some Metallica playing in the background. And I never heard it. I was like, what the fuck? They released new shit and it still sucks.
I think it's kind of funny in a way because that new album that's out, they try really, really hard to go back to thrash. And there's so many other bands that still play thrash that do it way better now. Did you see that shit about Dave Mustaine? He had some sort of fucking spinal injury or something. And they were saying, it's limited his guitar playing and shit now. He's not able to practice or anything anymore.
Fuck. Well, to be honest, I'm a massive Megadeth fan, but their last couple of albums are... So.
I've been in bands a lot. And it's that's why we didn't record last weekend. I actually went and run the merch table for one of my friends' bands for a few days. I've done that live before. I've done the traveling and shit. And I mean, I may be wrong, and I may be just thinking like this because I am a musician, but I've always been one of them people. I'd rather a band just run its course and break up than to stay together and just keep releasing fucking shit album after shit album. There's a ton of fucking bands that are like that. Yeah. A lot of the best music, because I listen to a lot of underground shit too, and some of the best stuff you find is the bands only release one or two records. You know, and especially if a band has their own sound that captures something, because a lot of them bands that started out you can look at any popular rock band, especially from late 80s to mid 90s kind of deal, Metallica, even shit like Pearl Jam and Primus, stuff like that. It has its own fucking sound to it, which I can say Primus still sounds like Primus.
Yeah, they do.
But Pearl Jam and shit, Pearl Jam in the 90s sounds like fucking Pearl Jam. Pearl Jam now sounds like every other...
Yeah.
They all, I guess, sway away kind of from what made them popular to begin with. we're not a music podcast, so we're not professional music commentators, but we do enjoy music. So
I'm not a music scientist.
No, I never begged for change outside of Berkeley, so I didn't learn shit. Something I wanted to talk about that semi disappointed me when I seen it and figured out what it was. Yoji Shinkawa, who is the artist behind Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 2, I could be wrong, but I don't know if he done the art for Snake Eater and 4. But anyways, especially the first game, first and second Metal Gear Solid, especially the first, he just has a very distinct art style. Like, it's highly detailed, but at the same time, it's like he uses watercolors, and it's all like dark ass watercolors on top of pen and shit. So it kind of, I don't know. It makes God damn it, I can't explain. Like, facial features are real hard to distinguish, but you can tell they're there.
Yeah,
kind of deal. Like, it's a very unique art style. Well, I'm scrolling through my video game pages earlier, getting shit ready for tonight, and I see some art of these 4 new dudes, and you can tell right off the bat that it's him. Looks identical. I thought I was looking at fucking like maybe 4 new villains for a new Metal Gear Solid or something they're about to announce. Call of Duty has hired him to do the art for the upcoming Call of Duty's Zombies DLC expansion. And oh my God, it was such a fucking misdirect for me. And I kind of wonder, if maybe it's not intentional, because to my knowledge, other than that one shitty looking one they showed off a while ago, there's not a new Metal Gear Solid coming out anytime soon. And I kind of wonder if wasn't just a ploy to Call of Duty trying to win over some Metal Gear fans, like boost their fan base kind of deal.
It's probably kind of the same feeling I got when I figured out that the artist for Chrono Trigger is the same one for Dragon Ball Z. Like,
oh yeah,
I remember seeing Dragon Ball Z. I was like, that guy looks like Chrono. I was like, this fucking sucks. Like, this has nothing to do with the Chrono Trigger, and it sucks. Oh. They're just charging each other's dicks off for half an episode.
I'm going to charge up. I'm going to blow your dick off. That's pretty. I hate Dragon Ball Z.
I do too.
I hate to say that.
Most anime sucks. I'm watching the new Berserk anime. I mean, it's gotten a lot better. Still has shortcomings in it, but it's Berserk. The new Attack on Titan is season 2 is all right.
I haven't seen any of season 2 yet.
It still has the same shortcomings as the first season in that they'll waste half an episode on stupid shit, like on a stupid ass flashback or internal dialogue or something that doesn't do anything for the show, doesn't explain anything, doesn't make it more interesting. It's like if Dragon Ball Z replaced charging up with shitty tangents. Like the one
there's like a whole action scene you're going into, and it goes to a flashback about last Wednesday when he went and bought his sick mother a pail of milk from the store down the road.
Like, like for example, this one episode, this one girl turns out she was a Titan. Like the group of people were about to get eaten by Titans, and so she transforms into a Titan. And right as she transforms, it goes to a flashback of her and their other soldier mates or whatever doing training and almost dying and shit. And it showed, oh, well, she actually turned into a Titan to save their life and they didn't know it, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, you wasted half an episode on that when you just showed us that she's turned into the Titan. We knew she was turning into a Titan. You didn't have to tell us that she turned into a Titan. Like, you didn't have to explain that ability. Why?
That would be incredibly fucking annoying.
It is very fucking annoying. The first season was horrible about it. This one's horrible about it. The cool thing about Attack on Titan, though, is the Titans themselves is, it's like interesting zombies. They made zombies cool again. Because instead of zombies, they're big, giant freaks of nature.
Giant humanoid zombies.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it. I don't like this belly aching over every minor decision, 3 hours of flashbacks for nothing.
That would be very annoying. Have you watched the movie yet?
There's a movie?
Live action one.
Oh, I bet that's awful.
Yeah, it's a Japanese live action movie, so
I tried to
go
get
figure.
There was a Gantz one that was so bad it was good, and then there was a Gantz pure CG movie. I couldn't get into that.
One of the live action anime movies I've seen, I really like. Have you ever seen the Zeram anime? Zeram? He's a real fucking. He looks like a Quaker, kinda like. He's like an alien bounty hunter, but he's got like a real wide brim hat head thing. It's like a red RoboCop looking visor, and he just wears a cloak and carries these knives and guns. But he's got like a little white face in the middle of that hat, and it comes out like a inner mouth of a xenomorph from Alien, like a snake, and comes out and it'll bite people and hold them, and he'll put a gun up to their head and blow them away and shit. It's kind of cool. There's a live action movie of it that's out, and it's just, I mean, it ain't a great movie, but it is intensely fucking gory, so it's cool as shit.
That's always a plus.
Yeah. I like movies that devoid of a story and just got a bunch of good splatter and death.
Yeah.
Lots of darkness. Come and bust some pins. That's it for news, I guess.
God damn it.
I will interject. I did forget. Nintendo Switch has got a separate dock coming out you can buy too.
Oh yeah,
$100.
Why would you do that?
Supposedly, if you wanted, if you want to put it on another TV in the house, if you don't want to be lazy and unplug your other dock and take it into the other room, I guess. What else? Well, what's been going on with you this week?
Working a lot, getting ready for old Disney World.
Y'all going next month, ain't you?
26th
of this month.
Yep.
Very nice. You excited?
Not excited to spend the money.
Just think about the smiles of happiness and joy that your children will have on their face for the rest of their lives.
I done dropped $2,600, and I got about $2,700 that I'm planning on spending. So could have been one of them pens. I could have got a pen or a car.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I want to.
I'll just tell my family and be like, y'all don't expect another goddamn vacation for like the next 10 years.
Oh, not until I graduate. We're not doing anything like that. Like, we might go somewhere for a weekend close by.
Yeah.
That's cheap, but yeah, that's the last big vacation until I graduate. So.
That's how we did with our cruise. We ended up spending like $3,500, and I was just like, that was cool and all, but I got back home and I'm like, man, we could really use that $3,500 around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, that's part of being a parent too, is
trying
to give them a better childhood than what I had. I never got to do shit like that, so it's cool I can do that for them.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
That makes you a pretty good old dude.
I guess.
I don't care what that old guy said about you. Said your spunk tasted funny.
So I had much gaming time, obviously. I plan on starting to take it easy after this vacation, but I did play some MAME. That's what I've been playing here recently.
Who'd you MAME?
Old gal down at the Chevron.
Just gnarled that old pussy up, didn't he?
Sure did.
Wouldn't tell your old lady that.
No, she don't know. I've been playing arcade shit whenever I play games because it's easy to pick up and go.
It's accessible.
Yeah, they're made for small amounts of gameplay, so it's something easy for me to get a little bit of game time on. This one I just randomly picked because that's what I've been doing. This is randomly going through and picking stuff based on the title and art. It's a 1990 Data East title by. It's not. It's by Data.
By Data East.
Yeah, it's by Data East. Who'd thunk? It is called The Cliffhanger. Edward Randy. He's got 2 first names to confirm his shittiness.
He's an Indiana Jones looking motherfucker.
Yeah. It's a pretty unique action-adventure arcade game where you're essentially playing generic Indiana Jones. Your only weapon is a whip, and every level is... I really like how unique it is. Every level is like a chase scene in an action movie. And instead of being like a traditional side-scroller, the level moves around you versus every other game, you move through the level. So, like, the first level, you are on a boat, and all these Nazi-looking motherfuckers chasing you down on their boats, and you're whooping their ass with their whip. You can jump on their boats and whoop their ass. You can there's hang gliders. You can whip up on them things and be a badass. The story is kind of confusing on it. All I know is in the first level, you eventually get up on a train. There's some like big Dr. Claw looking fucker. He gets up on there and he has your woman, and you trade him like some prism stone for your woman. And so yeah, I think you like doom the world for some puss or something.
Dude, I trade crack rocks all the time for hot schliz.
Well, fuck yeah.
It's called pimping ain't easy.
Yeah, the various levels too. It's not just like one. Like the boat level starts off, you're going like left to right. The boats are going left to right, but then it'll make a turn and you're going like towards you. That kind of perspective of it.
Yeah, that was one. I watched a video Brandon showed me earlier. That was one thing I really noticed I liked is the perspective change of it.
Yeah,
it gave it such a.
And it's all
it broke
with, like,
up, made
SNES,
the depth so much different.
And it's all with like SNES style graphics too, so it reminds me of Mode 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very Mode 7 when you're moving forward.
Yeah, I know. After that, there's a car level where your jump button actually makes the car jump, and you can like do wheelies or get up on your left wheels or your right wheels. If you hold straight left to right and attack, you like open the door and like knock people with your door. It's pretty cool. There's apparently 7 levels in this game. I never got past the second level because it got pretty hard eventually. I could have discredited my way through it, but I didn't. Didn't really have that much time for it. I did say there was a cool ass looking plane level where you're like running around on top of a plane and fighting Nazis.
Nice.
And one thing I didn't like about the game is the music is very repetitive. Like, it doesn't change the music very often. It wasn't until I got into this weird girder level, like they look like construction girders that you'd be walking on.
Yeah,
with a bunch of Nazis. I guess they were building Nazi stuff.
You're building a concentration camp. You should feel good about killing them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel awesome killing them. That's a great thing about Nazis. They're one of my favorite bad guys. But yeah, the music never changed, so I got to the 3rd level, and but overall, man, it's definitely a unique game to try out. The controls, I'd say the controls, I give like a 6 or 7 out of 10. They could have been better, but they weren't awful. They were manageable.
It had some kind of like Castlevania style element with the cracking of the whip, I noticed.
Yeah, it does remind me a lot of that. Because that's literally your only weapon is whip it good. When a Nazi comes along, you must whip it.
Dude, I was thinking of something like that.
When the Führer comes along, you must whip it.
The Nazis going wrong. You must whip them. Here's the Nazis. Fuck them bitches.
Shit, I don't know. They don't like the Jews. Now whip them. And whip them good.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm a loser.
Well, thanks a lot, dickhead. What? I ain't much better. Everybody will be happy to know, to make fun of me, that I bought Minecraft for Switch. And
it came with that backgaming bundle.
It did. I'm telling you, I'm becoming the meanest motherfucking backgammon player. I will start like hustling people See, I went to my first underground backgammon tournament here recently, and I noticed that I was the youngest man in the tournament by about 60 years. I ended up winning, and everybody would be amazed to know that I still do not know how to fucking play backgammon.
Nobody knows.
I won by default because 4 of the people entering, 2 of them died. One of them's auction machine had run out of air, and he had to be wheeled out to get another one. And the last one, I just pushed his old ass down and took his fucking Metal Alert bracelet. I'm like, he had fallen and he couldn't get up, so by default, I won. I got a great though $50 package to the local pharmacy of my choice.
Hell yeah. That's only good for laxatives though, right?
Laxatives and Geritol. I did get
Petroleum
I
jelly.
got a lifetime supply of Geritol.
And,
I feel great now.
Was it Mercurochrome?
Those ancient. Oh, I got 2 5-cent sticks of sugar candy while I was there. For some reason, it just made me think that we time warped again. Like I won a gift certificate that could only be used at a Sears Roebuck in 1906. Like, it was $50, which technically is like $5,000 back then. I could have bought a shitload of stoves and fiddles. Next to nothing.
Craftsman fiddle.
The big trollas and shit. That one big troll even come with a little RCA dog. It's like, fucking, hear Mozart's brand new masterpiece. Oh man, I fucked up, dude. Oh, I fucked up.
How do you get that chili
Oh,
powder
I
in
fucked
your
up.
eyes?
I rubbed my eye with the hand I just ate that chip with.
Yeah, we
have
these,
some ghost chili. Is that right?
Yeah, ghost chili chips.
Oh.
The Packy. They're not bad. I've had them before. But yeah, you imagine getting that shit in your eye.
A fucking idiot I am. Oh, dude, that burns. Well, I'll try to read what I have here and not go blind. Anyways, after all that tangent of murder at the bingo hall or whatever, backgammon club, I'm going to learn how to play fucking bridge next. Really step my game up.
Spider solitaire.
Dude, we actually still have elderly bridge clubs in Coleman.
Really?
I see all the time in the paper, it'd be like annual bridge game and shit. Have you ever tried playing that shit?
No.
God damn. It's complex as fuck, man. Maybe it's not, and I'm just an idiot, but I mean,
that's the original Magic.
I'm just kind of like, if some 90-year-old can do it, surely the fuck I can do it. Probably not. Because, I mean, they've already done something I probably won't do. Live to be 90. Yeah. We'll see, but I not holding my breath.
I'm already out of breath.
Yeah, no shit. I did play 2 new Switch games that's out. One I bought and one my friend bought. My friend bought the new NBA Playgrounds. It's supposed to kind of be like the spiritual successor to NBA Jam. Piece of fucking garbage. It's only a $20 game. It's also available for PS4, Xbox, and PC. I'm pretty sure,
like everything else for the Switch.
Yeah, and oh man, it's so garbage. It's not that bad playing wise. But the shooting on it makes it shit. You know how like on NBA Jam, if you're shooting a 2 or a 3. You hold the button for just a split second and then let off at the right point to release, and it increases your chances of hitting. You have to be fucking perfect with this. No. Literally, out of 40 shots, I made like maybe 5.
It sucks.
And like even dunks, dude, it'll say to dunk, hold down sprint and press this button to dunk. And you do that shit, and even get up there and go to dunk it, and it'll just bounce the ball out, and it'll say late or early or some shit. And I'm like, how do you got to fucking get the timing right on the goddamn dunk?
Yeah.
You were literally putting the ball in the hole as your hand is grabbing the rim. Like, there's...
So
there's no, when you get the ball that close to the goal to hold on to it, there shouldn't be any, I guess, like, adjustment for how you need to be shooting.
And especially as a spiritual successor for the NBA Jam, I think they forgot the fact that it's supposed to be a fun arcade-style game that is not a simulator, motherfucker.
See, this is another thing I noticed. Like, man, there's so many, there's like, I mean, it's not terrible to pick up control-wise, but like on defense, B will be steal. Or Y will be steal. B will be push. A will be jump. Y was something else. And then shooting, it'll be like B is pass. Use the right stick to dribble between your legs to confuse the other player. Hold L1 and sprint and shoot button when you're standing here to do a dunk. Hold this button and tap this while shooting to call out for an alley-oop and shit.
If you want to make this...
If I wanted a fucking simulation basketball game, I would get a fucking... Yeah. I'd get one of the 2K games or whatever, you know, like... that's what I wanted. I wanted some arcadey, and I'm glad I didn't buy it. Nathan's poor fucking sucker ass, though, bought that piece of river shit. And, like... It just, even he was like, and I told him earlier, I was like, because he was like, if you could sum this up, what would you say? And I was like, I'd rather have fucking NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Like, you give me this $20 piece of shit, you give me $20 and you put a gun in my head and say, you got to buy this new game or you got to buy a fucking copy of NBA Jam that Daisy Gutsburger's fucking... squirted on, I'd be like, give me the NBA Jam. Like,
yeah,
it smells like fish, but it plays delish. So I'm fine with that. But it sucked. I hated it because I was actually, if it was, I mean, I'm glad he bought it though, because if it was good, I was going to get it.
Yeah.
But it launched without, it's got the ability to play online, but you can't yet because they don't have the service ready.
Wow.
And I'm like, why even launch a game if you know you ain't going to have the shit ready? You know? Like, it was lame. Other than Minecraft, I bought, see, it's kind of a funny story. I couldn't, my debit card number got stolen this past week.
Oh, fuck.
Got a text message Tuesday saying a bunch of numbers at my bank got breached. And I got my debit card in the mail today, thankfully. But anyway, I didn't have a debit card for a couple of days, so I went and got cash out, and I was just going to go buy an eShop card. I knew Dollar General had some $10 ones. Went over there, and of course, they're sold out of $10 ones, and all they got is 20. So I bought $40, and after Minecraft was $30. And I was like, well, I got this $7 and something burning a hole in my digital wallet. So I get to look at it, and I found this game called Kamiko for $5. And I think maybe it's out on other consoles. It may not be, though. I think...
Who made that? Can you tell me?
I can. Give me just a second, and I will look it up, because I got it pulled up. Well, I'm looking, y'all. Just
I'm curious.
Bear with me.
I was wondering if it was the people who made Hyperlight Drifter.
It is eerily similar to Hyperlight Drifter.
Well, that's one. Either they ripped off the art from Hyperlight Drifter, or B, it's the same company and they reused art from Hyperlight Drifter.
Developers Skipmore, publisher Circle Entertainment.
That don't sound familiar, so...
It's a Japanese game that's been ported to America.
Yeah,
I'm sure Hyperlight Drifter's probably an American game, is it not?
I think so. Yeah, the outdoors level art was, I mean, that's borderline copyright infringement there. It was insanely similar.
Yeah, it's like graphics and all, man, are like very similar. Even, I mean, gameplay-wise, in a way.
It played more like NES Zelda, I thought, than Hyperlock Drifter.
Did you use the shoulder buttons at all?
No.
If you use the shoulder buttons, you have a dash ability.
Oh, okay.
Like in Hyperlock Drifter. You gotta, it's not as, you're not like, and like as you do in the other, but you kind of can just coast around the screen.
One thing of the very short time I had with it, the basic overworld enemies were brain dead as fuck.
Yeah. I've only made it to level 2. What you do, because I've only had it for a day, but I've played it for about an hour, and what you do in the level is you go and you hit switches, and you have to get these little orbs and put in these, like a place where the orbs are supposed to go.
Yeah.
Gives you a key. Yeah, put the balls in the holes. And you get keys and pieces and put where they're supposed to go. And when you get these 4 orbs lit up on this platform, it opens a circle that takes you to a fucking boss fight.
Also very similar to Hyperlock Drifter.
The boss fights, the one I've done, isn't crazy difficult, but it's fun. Like, he'll have 4 switches on the ground, and it's this little Metroid-looking thing that jumps inside this big square robot. And the robot hops around on the floor where you have to get him to hop on all 4 of these switches and activate them all at once. And when they do, for whatever reason it is, the robot opens up and just spits out pieces, and one of the pieces is that little Metroid thing. You got to run up to it, and whichever character you're using, attack it. There's one character I've only played as 2 of the 3. It's 3 girls, but one of them I think has a magic wand, one of them has a bow, and then one of them has a sword that shoots like fire orbs out of it.
The sword, the shield lady, or sword and shield lady, I only got to use her shield. She just like Captain America to use her shield around.
Maybe that's the one I haven't played as yet, or
she might have other abilities. I barely used the controls available to me.
As far as I know, they only have one attack.
Okay.
I know. I've been playing as the girl with the bow and arrows. I know she shoots like double arrows, and that's it. It kind of, to me, plays like a mix between Zelda, Hyperlock Drifter, Gauntlet, because the enemies kind of constantly respawn everywhere. Those 2 with those 3. I guess those are actually the best 3 ways to describe it. It's
was it worth the money?
It's worth $5. If I can get a couple hours entertainment out of it, it's something to just pick up and fiddle with. I'm fine with that. I think so.
Cool.
$5, you can't go wrong. You spend $5 on a combo from McDonald's. You're doing the same.
Spend more than that these days.
Yeah,
My fat ass goes for the 2 Big Macs for $5 now.
God, I do love me some Big Mac action. It's like the best burger Mickey D's has got.
Yeah, I tried their Grand Mac and it kind of sucked.
What was the Grand Mac? It just had like 4 patties or some shit on it.
They use like their fancy meat patties, the big ones. They kind of fucked it up. I know the Big Mac meat patties are really, really low quality, but to me that's what I expect in a Big Mac. You should just throw more of them on there with more sauce or whatever, and I'd have been fine with that. Make it a triple-decker instead of a double-decker, something.
They did have a triple-decker Big Mac at one point. I remember that.
I remember that, too. But that was before my time. Before I was an adult, I think.
Yeah. My big complaint about the Big Mac, it seems like every McDonald's I go to, they drown that motherfucker in lettuce. Yeah. Like, I'm every time I buy a Big Mac, I'm picking fucking lettuce. I like lettuce.
Yeah.
But I don't want to eat a whole fucking Cobb salad on my goddamn sandwich. Like, if I would do that, I'd order a fucking salad,
Yeah.
That's the truth, though. They drown them motherfuckers in lettuce. This is some late breaking news, and I wanted to go over this because this is a fucking... You'll get a goddamn kick out of this. I got a little ping on my Facebook, and my friend tagged me in this. And the first image just now dropped online, like fucking 25 minutes ago. The Rock puts bad men to sleep in new Rampage set photo.
Oh,
I want you to look at this. Like, there ain't no need for you to look at it. It's the goddamn Rock standing in handcuffs. He looks like the goddamn Rock always looks. Like a big, dumb, fucking Rocky idiot.
I can't watch a movie with The Rock and not picture him as The Rock. Like, I don't buy his roles.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows his roles.
Like, I just imagine every time like he's in a fucking Fast and Furious movie, he just runs some goddamn grandma off mode. He's like, off the road. And he's like, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? She's like,
don't be jaywalking across Jabroni Boulevard.
He's like over here, 90-year-old lady's over here on fire. She's so like just burning death she can't even hit her fucking metal alert bracelet. Thanks a lot, Dwayne Johnson. Oh, and speaking, this is random too. He said the other day like he is seriously considering 2020 running against Trump. And I'm like, if people aren't already laughing at us, they're going to be like, the goddamn Rock's the president of America.
Yeah. I think that's really going to be our future is nothing but celebrities running.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
For real. But anyways, with this picture, this is what'll piss you off. They released a quick synopsis of what Rampage the movie is going to be about. Based on the popular Midway video game, Johnson plays Davis Okoye, a primatologist who shares an unshakable bond with George.
A primatologist who happens to lift fucking 400 pounds.
Yeah, no shit.
All of them are just jacked to fuck.
Hey, I'm beauty and brains. Or, I'm brains and muscle. Just because I've got muscles, I can't be smart. No. But, he's a primatologist who shares an unshakable bond with George, the extraordinarily intelligent silverback gorilla, who has been in his care since birth. But a rogue genetic experiment gone awry transforms this gentle ape into a raging monster. In the photo, Okoye is likely fighting his way to George or possibly working in tandem as they fight against a giant wolf and lizard who have been mutated as well and are now destroying America.
It should have been. Ooh. It should be a cheesy as fuck, like done in like a 1940s style.
Burping, farting, eating people out of the window and shit.
Yeah,
dude.
It was Rampage was like a satire version of Godzilla.
Yeah,
and it should be funny. It should be comical. It shouldn't be this super over dramatized bullshit.
$100 says The Rock is like driving a vehicle at some point in the movie, and he just like it's got to be so over the top. He's gonna ramp up on back of the tail of the lizard and drive all the way up the back, just like ramp off the head and throw a bomb out the window down the wolf's mouth.
Yeah,
and then he's gonna like somehow fucking roll his vehicle off the Chrysler building and survive.
Rock bottom the wolf on the way down.
Hey, he's just gonna be like,
get the people's elbow,
candy ass motherfucker. God damn it! At this point, I'd almost rather see the Tetris movie they're working on.
No,
you don't want to see Tetris? It's the movie. You ain't gonna go open the night and watch Tetris the movie.
I could have just like shut my head and walked away from hearing about a Tetris movie, but a Tetris trilogy, I just want to blow my brains out.
I think it'd just be funny if the whole Tetris movie is just like Russia putting together pieces of Donald Trump's campaign.
I just hope it's like 9 hours of some dude playing Tetris. It's like the screen, like a Twitch stream of Tetris being played. Three movies.
That'd be cool. Just watch Thor Ackerland play fucking Tetris for like 3 days straight. You get like a Grandmaster credit if you can make it through the whole goddamn movie.
Let's watch some guy play Tetris until his kidneys fail and he dies.
He's a true trooper. He's in his 438th round of Tetris and is currently receiving dialysis. What an amazing feat of athleticism we got here, John. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I know we ain't got any, but we do have a phone number you can call.
Yeah, what is that number?
It's 682-777 good.
That sounds right.
Well, I think we got a jingle we can play just in case. Indeed.
Still better than that new Metallica album.
Goddamn right. Call us. Lord, we'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
Goddamn lonely.
Yep.
So lonely. I guess so. That's about it for us.
Yeah, I
Goodness.
think we're wrapping her up.
We ain't got no new mail because you motherfuckers don't take the time to send us nothing, which is fine because we don't take really much of the time to record you anything. So
Yeah.
it's a fair trade-off.
No, we lost our listeners. We're sad now.
I think they're there. I think everybody's just kind of slow like we are.
Yeah. But not slow in the head like we are.
Just slow.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, if you do got something you want to say to us, you can hit us up at Lyle or Brandon at goodolegamers.com.
At goodolegamers.com. Yeah, right. I'm done.
You can
Slow
hit
in the head.
Slow in the head.
Slow in the head. Special ed.
You can find us on our webpage, goodolegamers.com, Facebook, fucking, y'all know everything.
Yep.
iTunes, blah, blah, blah. Stitcher, Google Music, blah, blah, blah. All that shit. Send us something, though. We do want to hear from some of y'all. Call us.
We're the number 3 website on Slappy Cities.
That is a good website to be on.
Yeah, you get a free Slappy City webpage if you get on Slappy Online.
Nice. It's all still, you have to know how to HTML code on there, don't you?
Yeah, HTML only.
That's, I can hardly wait. Nothing gets my dick hard than a static website.
Hell yeah. Security through obscurity. Or obsolescence, rather. Yeah, that's it.
Close enough.
Close. It's an O word, god damn it. Security through obsolescence.
It's close enough. Seriously, though, we would like to hear from y'all. Some of y'all have been calling us. Give us another call. We'd like to hear.
Yeah.
Let us know how you are. You obviously know how we are.
Yeah. Sad sack motherfuckers.
Yeah. It's old sad bastard jams around here. Yeah. We're going to plan some stuff, do some new stuff here soon. Once everything kind of settles back down for everybody.
Yep.
But anything else you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Game over, man.
Game over.
Buy low, sell high, faggot.